Some of the greenest buildings are the ones you don't tear down, like this one. Looks like a brand new, really sharp single-family home with the great pop-up top with the wooden eaves, corrugated metal and concrete accents, but it's not brand new. It was built in the shell of an old two-flat. So that is an enormous amount of brick that did not go to the landfill. You'll find when we go inside there are lots of other materials that could have been thrown away, but instead were reused in very smart ways. It's a house that's very livable, real sharp, but built with sustainability in mind, top to bottom. Let's go on in and take a look. So then here in the foyer, you see both of those elements, livability and sustainability. We're in a nice, crisp, contemporary space, daylit by the south-facing windows. Feels really warm and homey, in part because of these great knotty floors, but these aren't new floors. This is the old subfloor from the original two-flat. Everything that had been piled on top of them over the years was stripped away, and you get this nice country feeling. The wood of these stairs, similarly, this is the old lath from inside the walls, reused as stairs. The walls, meanwhile, were completely redone, tons of new insulation inside. Also reused are these doors. Every interior door, very nice, but these weren't kept from this building. These actually came from the Old American Bar Association headquarters. So we've kept materials from going to the landfill throughout. It's a great idea they had, and it all comes together when you get to this master bedroom. Those great warm floors, all new walls. It's a nice, crisp, contemporary space, including this great master bath with a floating vanity, porcelain tile, the sliding doors to separate it. It's a very nice space, and it's one of 3 bedrooms here on this floor. Below us is a family room and more space in what would have been the basement of the two-flat. But you know what we haven't seen yet is the kitchen and living room. For those, we've got to go 1 flight up. So then we get to the top floor, which is new space. The man who designed this, whom we'll meet in a minute, wanted to have this nice spread on the top floor, created it with the pop-up roof and the windows all around so that you'd have what he called killer entertainment space. So you're looking out at the neighborhood, especially from here, where you're looking right out into the trees from your living room rather than out at the street level as you might in other homes. So you've got this long stretch of living, dining, kitchen. They're all pulled together by this concrete floor with radiant heat underneath. Very stylish floor, but also very sustainable. Then you get to the kitchen. Okay, this looks brand new, this looks like it's not reused, but in fact, this is all reused materials. This was bought from a kitchen showroom, refitted to be in this room, so that you've got a brand new, gorgeous kitchen, but it has that sustainability angle. It was kept from being discarded. Nice, beautiful granite countertop, good appliances, and a bar space over here. Leads you to this nice little sitting room at the opposite end, where the windows look out over Bucktown, over the really pretty garden out back, and lead us to a deck we're going to head out to. Here on the deck over the garage, I'm sitting with Tom McGrath, who is the man who did all that planning and all that green work we've talked about inside. Tom, you paid a lot of attention to detail, I can tell. We talked about a lot of the finishes inside, and here we really see it because you've got this great deck on top of an extra wide garage. Let's start with the solar panels. You've got this big array here, and does that provide all the electricity for the house?
Pretty much so. We predicted it would produce about 9,000 kilowatt hours a year, and for the last 3 years it's providing 9,000 kilowatt hours, and we've been using on average about 8,500 kilowatt hours a year.
So you're running a surplus?
Yep.
That's great. You're providing more than you need from this, and then you've got the solar panels on the roof behind us, and I think those are for the hot water, right?
That's right.
Do you get a surplus there too?
Not quite. We probably are at about 70% of what we need to heat the space and provide hot water for faucets and showers and those sorts of things.
Takes a lot of planning. You've had to work through every detail, and I know from talking to you previously, that even extends to these trees in the courtyard behind us.
Yeah, absolutely. That was an idea from my landscape architect. And so we have 4 trees in the backyard. 3 of them are aspens and 1 oak. And the 3 aspens will grow fast and tall and furious and provide that lush green that we want right away and what we want today, but they'll be dead in 30 years. And by that time, the oak will have reached its full size and its full height, and then it'll fill out the entire canopy where the aspens used to be.
That's some long-term planning.
Yep. We tried to think a 100-year time frame when we built this house.